Hello, and welcome to Viterbo University's Coordinated Master's Program and Direct Entry Program Overview. My name is Jamie Weber, and I am an assistant professor at Viterbo. I oversee a lot of the supervised practice courses. I'm also a research advisor specializing in the areas of breastfeeding and more infant and child nutrition. I am the coordinated program director, so I oversee the accreditation process for our program, as well as the clinical coordinator. So I can talk a little bit more about this later on in the presentation, but I help set up supervised practice sites for all of our students, so you do not have to secure supervised practice sites on your own, but I help you through that process.
Hello, everyone. My name is Kelsey McClymans, and I am also an assistant professor here at Viterbo University. And I am also the director of the graduate program. So I advise all of the graduate students, and I teach several of the graduate level courses. I also teach some of the undergraduate courses, such as health assessment, lifespan 2, our medical nutrition therapy classes. And then in the graduate level, I teach the research courses and MNT 3, so medical nutrition therapy 3. I also am a research advisor for several different projects. I'm interested in survey-based research, aging-based research, and Alzheimer's disease.
Some additional faculty in our department are Dr. Maria Morgan Bathke. She is our program director for the dietetic internship, as well as our department chair. She's an associate professor, teaches mostly at the graduate level. And then we have Tiffany Lean, who is also an assistant professor. And she teaches mostly in our undergraduate 4+1 program. She is our food service expert, so she oversees the supervised practice for all of the food service courses. So a little bit more about the nutrition tracks within our program. So we'll talk a little bit more about our 4+1 coordinated master's program, and then we'll flow into the direct entry master's program. So you will see in column 1, the 4+1 program, which is our bachelor's plus master's plus supervised practice program. So you will receive everything you need to sit for the RDN exam in 5 years. And then the second column is our direct entry program. This is a graduate level program where you might have a bachelor's degree in something other than nutrition. So let's say you have a bachelor's in business or marketing or graphic design, but now you want to be a registered dietitian. That's our direct entry path. And Kelsey will talk a little bit more about that down the road. But again, our 4+1 program, I've tried to highlight kind of what that looks like. It's approximately 1,152 hours of clinical supervised practice hours you'll log. And that'll be in the areas of your clinical nutrition, so like hospitals, long-term care centers, as well as community sites, and then your food service. So that's all those hours combined. It's a total of 158 credits. And then I'll let Kelsey share a little bit more about the direct entry path.
Sure. So for the direct entry path, this is for students that have a bachelor's degree in something other than dietetics. So they do not have something called a DPD verification statement, which would qualify a student to participate in a dietetic internship. But these students would want to become a RDN. So in order to qualify for a direct entry program, you must complete some science prerequisite courses and receive a minimum grade of a C or better to apply for the program. So these are foundational courses and allow you to understand some of our advanced nutrition courses. So we'll go through what those courses are that you would need to complete prior to enrolling in our program a little later on in the presentation. And you would, in this program, complete your supervised practice at a distance, or you can also relocate to La Crosse if that's something you're interested in. But you complete your medical nutrition therapy, your community, and your food service supervised practice all in our program. And you complete all of your nutrition requirements, so you get everything you would need to sit for the RDN examination. You would get 1,275 clinical hours with this program, and it is 63 credits.
Okay, so a little bit more about the 4+1 coordinated program. Like I mentioned, you will get your bachelor's, your master's, and all the supervised practice hours you need in 5 years in order to sit for the registered dietitian exam. Your food service hours or nutrition 481 will be completed during the 3rd year of your program. So all those courses are in person. So your food service rotation will be completed in La Crosse, and I will set all of that up for you. And then when you get to the graduate level of the courses, which we'll talk more down the road here, but Nutrition 670 is your community supervised practice experience, and then 671 is your medical nutrition therapy experience. Since those are graduate level, those can be completed anywhere around the nation. And again, I would help set those up for you. The total clinical hours are 1,152 hours, and a little bit more about the credits. Here I've included a link to our 4+1 program, but I've also kind of copy and pasted it here for us to review. You'll notice we're really heavy in the sciences, so that anatomy and physiology, chemistry, microbiology, organic chem, and then biochemistry. So you take all those courses kind of over the course of the first couple years. You'll notice we do have you working with nutrition faculty, taking some nutrition courses that first year, first semester. So Nutrition 140 is Introduction to the Profession. It's a really fun class where we have guest speakers come in every week. So different dietitians specializing in different areas of practice come in and talk about their journey and kind of what they do. And then Nutrition 173 is a basic foods course, and Tiffany oversees that course. And then in the second year, we kind of build on that basic foods. You have a food science course, and then human nutrition, which is kind of the first lecture-based course where you really get into the hows and whys of nutrition and vitamins and nutrients and kind of how your body works. And then that spring semester, second year, you have advanced human nutrition. And then after your second year, you actually apply to the professional phase of the program, is what we call it. So your third year, you're in the professional phase, taking even more nutrition specific courses. And then you'll notice that spring semester of your third year, it's Nutrition 481, Nutrition Field Practicum. This is where 1 day a week, you're placed at a supervised practice site for the whole semester, and you should log anywhere between 120 to 128 hours. The fourth year of the program, again, more nutrition courses, and you're slowly transitioning into taking graduate level courses. So this advanced nutrition counseling course is a graduate level course. It's not a mandatory course. It's actually an optional course. But I highly encourage most, if not all, students to take that course. It just gives you a general overview of counseling and gives you those basic counseling skills. So when you go out into supervised practice and start counseling, you kind of have those basic skills. And then spring semester, fourth year, you'll see the 400 level courses are undergraduate courses. And then you also have either advanced micronutrients or macronutrients. And that is a graduate level course. One thing I do want to highlight is that you pay the undergraduate fee. So you're not having to pay the graduate fee for the courses. So you're getting it a little bit cheaper than you would otherwise. And then I might let Kelsey take over and chat here because now we're moving into the graduate portion. Once you start, you'll graduate with your bachelor's. It's like, for example, May 11th, and then that Monday, May 13th, you start your graduate program. So there really isn't any downtime.
Sure. So yes, we have a 4+1 program. And the nice thing about our program is that, as Jamie mentioned, that 4th year, you are taking some of your graduate level courses and those are counting towards your master's degree. So even though you're just graduating, you already would have some credits towards your master's degree. And so that allows you to get that master's degree within 1 year and get to your 30 credits for a master's degree, because you have some that counted from your 4th year. So we require that you get 4 3-credit electives for your master's degree, and we have a lot of different electives for you to choose from depending on your own area of interest. So for students that are really interested in sports nutrition, we have an advanced sports nutrition course. Jamie already mentioned the advanced nutrition counseling, which is really great for a lot of different students. It's great for the students who are interested in sports nutrition because they'll do lots of counseling. It's great for students interested in outpatient nutrition or students interested in working with patients with eating disorders. We also have classes like systems approach to obesity, nutrigenomics. Those are popular courses. We have a nutrition and cancer course. We also allow students to take master's courses outside of our department. So there is a healthcare management program here at Viterbo that students like taking elective courses through as well. So if you're interested in getting involved in management level experience at your workplace, those might be good electives to take as well. Then during your 5th year, the fall semester, you would start your research project where you will be paired with a research advisor in your area of interest. And you would start a research project, something that you would design with the help of your research advisor. And you would work through in 2 semesters. So Nutrition 640 and Nutrition 641. And then you would present your research project towards the end of Nutrition 641. And then Nutrition 671 would be your first of your capstone. And Jamie would set up your supervised practice experience. And so she would just ask what geographical location you'd be interested in being placed in and what experiences you're interested in. So if you're interested in sports nutrition, she can help get that set up. If you're interested in eating disorders, she can help get that set up. And then the other experience would be community. So I should have mentioned community is more like sports nutrition, and then MNT is more like, it could be eating disorders, it could be hospital based, it could be sometimes outpatient based where it's a lot of heavy clinical skills. And that would wrap up your master's degree after you have those classes.
All right, and so this screen, I just kind of broke down what we've already talked about. But the first year you take nutrition courses 140 and 173. The second year is 273, 340, and 341. And then, like I mentioned, you have to apply to our professional phase. And then I got your 3rd year and 4th year courses. And then you actually apply to the master's program. There's an application process, but if you are in our coordinated program, we do save a spot for you. So no worries there. And then like Kelsey already mentioned, summer session, you're going to want to take some of your electives during the summer. You do need to take 12 credits of electives. So that's 4 3-credit elective courses. And then again, the 5th year courses right there.
All right. And I think we kind of talked through some of these electives already, but here they are listed out so you can take a look at the different options that you have for some of the electives within our nutrition program. And like I mentioned, you can also choose from graduate electives in the healthcare management program. Also, the education program, they have some teacher leadership classes where their classes aimed at just helping students with effective education skills. And so our students have taken those in the past and have really enjoyed those. Counseling too, Viterbo has a mental health counseling program. And so you're also able to take master's level counseling courses if you feel you'll be doing lots of counseling, which can be really beneficial to our students, and MBA courses. So if you're interested in the business side of things, maybe starting your own private practice, those might be helpful electives to take as well. All right, so now we can start talking about the direct entry program. So just to refresh, this program is for students that have a bachelor's degree in something other than dietetics. So they do not have a DPT verification statement, but the student wants to become a dietitian. And they must complete those science prerequisites and receive a minimum grade of C in those in order to apply to the program. We do allow you to apply to the program if you have those courses in progress. And then we just ask that you include in your essay that you have some classes in progress so that we know that you have a plan to complete those. Like I mentioned, you will complete your supervised practice, likely at a distance, although you can relocate to La Crosse if you would like to, or if you live in La Crosse, you can stay there and complete those supervised practice hours. Similar to the 4+1 program, Jamie is your clinical coordinator, so you would just let Jamie know the geographical area that you would want to do your supervised practice in and the specific experiences that you are interested in. So if you're interested in sports nutrition, eating disorders, women, infants, and children, public health, you would let Jamie know and she would work to set up those experiences for you. You would get 1,275 clinical hours, and this program is 63 credits. And this slide just has an overview of our curriculum. So there is some foundational nutrition in this program just to get you up to speed as you're coming in with a degree other than dietetics. So there's 24 hours of foundational nutrition. And these courses are eligible for waiver. So if you did have, for example, a lifespan nutrition course from your previous degree, I do encourage you to send me that syllabus and I can evaluate that for potential transfer or waiver for our university. There are some additional stipulations. It needs to be within the past 7 years, and it would have to be a B or better. Then you take 27 classes, credits of advanced nutrition courses. So those are the master's level nutrition courses. And then similar to our 4+1 program, you're getting 12 hours of elective credits, and those would be the same as we talked about previously. So like the advanced sports nutrition, the systems approaches to obesity, the nutrition and cancer, or similar to what we previously talked about, you can take the healthcare management electives, the education electives, things like that. Yeah, so that's kind of an overview of what your curriculum would look like. And this is what the 2-year accelerated sample schedule will look like for the direct entry program. And there is also an option to slow this down a little bit and spread it out to 3 years if this is looking like a lot for you. So this is more of the accelerated pathway if you want to get it done with sooner, or we can spread it out to 3 years. We also have a fall start option and a spring start option if you would like to start at fall or spring. The main start time for our program is summer, but if you are ready to start at fall or spring, that is an option as well. So we like to be accommodating. So you can take a look through the classes, and the classes with the 3 asterisks are classes that would be available for waiver transfer if taken within the past 7 years. The ones with 1 asterisk are electives, and I just kind of popped those in there, but you can move those around at different places when you want to take an elective. The summer between year 1 and year 2 is often a good time to take your electives. And then the 2 asterisks is where I have macronutrients, and you are just required to take macronutrients or micronutrients. You are taking your capstone, so your supervised practice in semester 5 and semester 6. And so you will have during semester 5, 32 to 40 hours of supervised practice, and same with semester 6. So that will be pretty busy for those last 2 semesters. So we say it's pretty difficult to have outside work, other things going on during those last 2 semesters. Those are when you're dedicated to your supervised practice, and then you'll have research and other courses going on. So those will be pretty busy for your last 2 semesters. So I mentioned there are some pre-enrollment requirements for our program. So I have those listed here. Anatomy and Physiology 1 with lab and Anatomy and Physiology 2 with lab. Some universities do break this up differently, where they'll have a full semester of anatomy and a full semester of physiology, and that's fine. We'll accept that as well. We just need 2 semesters. However, your university breaks that up. We need a semester of chemistry, a semester of biochemistry, organic chemistry. So those 3 classes do not need labs with them. And then a microbiology with lab. Like I mentioned, the coursework must have a grade earned of C or better, and we would need those official transcripts. And that would need to be submitted in addition to your degree granting institution. And the nice thing about this is we don't have a time limit for these courses, so it's not the 7 years or sooner, like the transfer waiver courses, since they're just pre-enrollment courses. So we offer rolling admission for this program because we have the May, January, and fall start times. So you are able to apply at any time. For our May start time, we are currently accepting applications, and we like to get the applications in by, I would say, April would be a good time for a cutoff. But the sooner the better, as we have a rolling process and we do reach our cap. But as I mentioned, we have a rolling application process throughout the year because we have 3 different start times. For your application, you would need your official transcripts for all degree granting institutions, so your bachelor's degree, and if you did have an associate's degree, your transcripts from all your pre-enrollment courses where you took them. Must be sent directly from the college or university. You have a written essay or statement of purpose, which is 2 pages double-spaced, and we have the prompt through our application portal. A letter of recommendation, and we just need 1, and it can be from an academic source or a work supervisor. And then there's a student financial responsibility agreement, just agreeing to our loan policies. And then we just have some links here to learn more about our programs. So we have a website for our graduate programs in nutrition and dietetics, learning about our Masters of Science in Community Medical Dietetics, and our Nutrition and Dietetics department. And we welcome you to reach out with any questions that you might have. We have Jamie's email address here. She is a great contact person for our 4+1 program. So for undergraduates interested either in starting as a new freshman or as a transfer student. And then for our direct entry program, please reach out to me. I have my email listed here.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for taking time to listen to our presentation.